healer, angel seed, earth seed, anyone who just feels like there's more, that maybe you don't belong. And maybe you're just looking for a little guidance today. This is not sign specific. You could be a fire sign, earth, air, water sign, any age, from anywhere. It's really a collective overall reading. So I'm going to start off by looking at some oracle cards. I've got a pretty good mix here. I'll put the oracle cards I'm using in the description box below, and then I'll get into tarot. So we'll start off right here. So it's kind of just spur of the moment, so I'm just going to go with it. I don't really have a plan. Nope. Become a loving mirror. So, a lot of times when we're feeling lost, we tend to turn on ourselves and we think whatever is happening, and sometimes this can be a victim mentality, whatever is happening to us is our fault. Everything that happens around us is happening with us. Knowingly or not, we are willing participants. And a lot of the time it's about learning that lesson for the moment. And it's always to help us grow. And instead of being swept up in the current without our consent, we need to learn how to flow and be like water. I used this reference earlier because I thought of Bruce Lee. We need to learn how to be an active participant in our lives versus slipping into victim mentality and saying, why is this happening to me? Why? And it's okay to ask why, but be in the driver's seat. Don't let someone drive you around in your own life, because that's no fun. It leads you to feeling like you have no control. And it's your life. You should always have control of your life. And of course, we're not always going to feel that we have control. But there is always guides out there who are willing to give us insight and guidance. All we have to do is look inside ourselves. This specifically said become a loving mirror. That means look at yourself, not under a magnifying glass, not under a microscope, which is a magnifying glass, not under a spotlight, but look at the good things you've done, the good things, the positive things that you've done, the talents that you know you have, and realize that none of us are perfect. We all have lessons that we're here to learn. And being that you are here as a light worker, a star seed, an angel seed, whichever resonates for you, you're here for a higher purpose, which means your road is just a little tougher than a regular person. It's gonna be tougher. You signed up for it, which is maybe a little coarse way of saying, like, you signed up for a rough road. You did. You may have forgot about that, but you signed up for it, which means you can handle it. Get back inside. Get back way deep in your heart space. Get back way down in your heart space and turn the fear back into love and see how strong you are. We have attachment, letting go of restriction and fear. So it says letting go and then restriction and fear. And usually when it feels like you've hit rock bottom, that's the final step before things start going up. Let go of your fear. Let go of restriction, limiting beliefs that you've placed on yourself. whatever, and maybe this comes from external voices that have told you, you know, you're not going to amount to anything. And that could be family, that could be friends, that could be your own beliefs. Maybe you grew up, maybe you grew up in a family who always struggled with money or struggled with, you know, this or that, or maybe you didn't have a strong foundation, whether it was parents or friends. And so you, in effect, had limiting beliefs growing up. You were put here to turn those beliefs into strengths. To say, that ain't the case, and I'll show you how. Nope, that's not true. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you how I turn those around, and I'm going to establish positive role models. I'm going to find my own role models. And a lot of people aren't strong enough to do that. And not because they lack the ability, but because they choose not to take that initiative to grow. There are people who choose not to grow. They choose to use their circumstances as an excuse to not grow. Use your circumstances as an excuse to grow. I mean, it wouldn't be an excuse then. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. There you go. Lay the foundation. You're divine. You are divine. It says so right there. You are divine. You know it. You already know it, or else you wouldn't be here. Searching. Looking. Rely on your guides. Even if it feels like you can't talk to anybody. And I do this a lot. I talk out loud. I'm just like, look, what's going on? I need help. You know, I'm struggling. Why does it feel like it's so difficult? I know it shouldn't be this difficult. Maybe I'm making it difficult, you know. Sometimes we do that to ourselves. When you expect it to be difficult, it's going to be difficult. When you expect trouble, you're going to get trouble. Stop giving yourself a hard time. Earth Guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. You can't really see that, but that says it right there. You have a sacred calling upon this planet. And it's to simply, and it's simple. Isn't it usually simple? And we're the ones making it difficult. Just love and allow yourself to be loved. Which sometimes is hard, especially if we feel like we don't deserve it. And sometimes we end up pushing people away. And I think you're near the end of that, you know. It's time to put your foot down with yourself. Say, self, you deserve love, so knock it off. All right? Stop making things so difficult for us. Sometimes I talk to myself like that. We, you and I, deserve better than this, so knock it off. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Wands. So with the Eight of Pentacles, so all of these are talking about what I feel. You've been busy in your mind. You've got both pages of Swords and Wands. So there's been a lot of mind work. There's been, actually you got 3 suits here, so it's like you've got a lot going on in your head, which is very, very easy to see. Actually, I'm going to use a different deck so I can clarify. Get a little clarity going on here. You've been trying to dig yourself out of it. I definitely see that. You've had someone in your ear, whether it's yourself or someone else, giving you thoughts of, do I deserve this? Do I deserve better? Is this where I'm going to stay? Or maybe you've had someone saying, just deal with it. It's not that big of a deal. Why are you making such a big deal out of it? Everyone's got to work. Everyone's got to deal with relationships. Every relationship problem. Everyone has to. Why are you making such a big deal out of it? So it's led you to minimize your feelings, which isn't fair. And then I feel like your inner voice is the Page of Wands. Five of Wands, yep. The Moon, 10 of Discs, okay. Inner turmoil going on, trying to figure out whose voice to listen to. You got the Moon, and those are feelings feelings or situations that you haven't yet uncovered, you haven't yet identified yet, and that could be the answer to your problem. 10 of Discs. Most of the time, which is 10 of Pentacles, most of the time that would be a positive card, but in this deck, it's a lot of people saying things to you, and you're not quite sure who to trust. So on the bottom, we've got the Death card, which is actually a good card. That means that there's a new beginning ahead. You will make the right choice. You're here for a reason. You're here for a divine plan that was orchestrated by the universe. So don't forget to love yourself. Let go of your attachments, your restrictions, your fears. You've got Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, who is specifically telling you to lay your foundations, construct your divine plan. You are an earth guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. Sometimes it's not any more complicated than that. Just allowing yourself to love and be loved. Once you get that simple foundation, everything else falls in place. Your job, your love life, your family situation. Maybe you've had family issues, feeling like you're not supported. Once you get that self-love down, everything else will fall in place. This was a pretty deep, it felt heavy reading, which I'm not surprised because it's for all of a collective reading, and for the Starseeds, light workers, angel seeds, earth seeds, all of you guys out there. So I hope this resonated for you. Much love and support your way from me. Love and light. Make sure you take care of yourself. Get plenty of light. That's sunlight. Drink plenty of water. You'll find that we need the simple things just to keep us going. Love and light. Until next time.